Welcome to the Stay Inbounds podcast, the sports podcast for the people. I'm your host, Cardi P, here alongside K-Wall. Howard's still
Yo,
on his business trip. But today we got a special guest, our brother, friend and family to the show. This is his first time on the show, but this is surely not going to be his last time. My Carolina brethren, Vic, he got his own podcast, Soup Talks. All you battle rap enthusiasts, you make sure to go check it out. How you doing today, brother?
I'm blessed, brother. Appreciate y'all having me on y'all show, man. I'm happy for y'all. Y'all doing great things, man.
Hey,
we happy to have
man.
you. Happy to have you.
Appreciate it. So, we had a good show yesterday, talking a lot about basketball. We kind of want to keep that energy going. So today we're going to start off. We're going to talk about Devin Booker some more. I told y'all it was coming. So Devin Booker this year averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. In his last 6 games, he done scored 32, 35, 28, 29, 43, and 33. And then all in wins. So let me ask y'all, where do Devin Booker rank in the league among shooting guards?
Go first. Go ahead. Because you already know what I was saying. So go ahead. Let's get the objective answer out the way.
Who you talking to? Be a car.
I'm talking to you.
Ahead,
I'm talking to whoever. I'm adjusting the room.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm gonna start. We're gonna go on a time travel trip. We're gonna go back to last year in the finals and his whole playoff run. Me and Carr talked about this in depth. I feel like before Chris Paul came, Devin Booker's star wasn't seen. It wasn't. Unless you had NBA League Pass or you was a diehard fan like you wasn't watching Devin Booker like that. You probably won't use all your fingers if you count how many times the Suns was on TNT last year. So, I mean, I'm just being real. Fast forward from Devin Booker to me, I even told Pettigrew this. Devin Booker to me went into the conversation of just players. You could actually put him above, you could argue he could be above Damian Lillard. Because what he did in the finals, that playoffs, he was cooking. He was using his inside turnaround, his three-pointer, his inside two game that Chris Paul helped him develop. Devin Booker's a great player right now. Great player. The Suns ain't getting enough respect right now just because I think the viewership may not be what the NBA wants right now because LeBron, the Lakers not good.
Yeah, but like they got the Knicks on NBA TNT. They got the Knicks on Knicks get a nationally televised game every week and go out there and get smacked in the face every time.
I'm not stopping the microwave to watch Julius Randle.
That's what I'm saying. They go out there and get smacked every single time. All right, that.
Yeah. So
what you're saying is, so do you feel like the talent was always there with Devin Booker, but Chris Paul unlocked a piece of his game that he would have never been able to develop if he never had that ball dominant point guard that Chris Paul was and allowed him to be effective off ball? Because, before Chris Paul came, he was in that Bradley Beal role, like how Bradley Beal last year was the point guard shooting. Yeah. I mean, this year, how Bradley Beal's the point guard, shooting guard, offense flows to him. That's what Booker was before the Suns was. Booker would go out there and drop 50 and we still get blown out.
But I'm gonna be real with you. I've seen Bradley Beal in the playoffs. Remember when the Wizards went against the Celtics? It was like, it's been a minute ago when it was Bradley Beal and John Wall. They went to the playoffs, went to like the second round, I think.
Yeah, but see, Brad had John Wall. That's right, what I'm saying.
But I say that to say, even then, that Bradley Beal up till now has not impressed me like Devin Booker. I just think Chris Paul just helped Devin Booker. He didn't have a wingman. He didn't have one till now.
True.
And Chris Paul made every big man he went look great.
Biyombo was in a scrap pile. He was signed in 10 days. He came to Phoenix and got a full contract. Biyombo, I ain't never seen Biyombo have no 18 and 18 game ever since he been in the league. Biyombo. Bismack. Biyombo going out there doing a dream shake, giving the Rockets the business.
I think all of them need to forfeit money to Chris Paul the rest of their life.
Yeah, I mean, like Chris Paul said, he said he has a tendency to get big man paid. So somebody gonna throw some money at Big Biyombo.
Yeah.
I mean, so with Devin Booker, where y'all ranking him at? Do y'all think he's first, second among shooting guards?
So I mean, are we going strictly two guards, or are we just going backcourt players?
So let me throw you some names. We got James Harden, we got Bradley Beal, we got Zach LaVine, we got Donovan Mitchell, we got CJ, we got Clay, We got Jaylen Brown. Among
Jaylen
these
Brown's
players.
more of a 3. Jaylen Brown's more of a 4, I think.
So
He
it's
can
kind
play
of
too.
hard. It's kind of hard with Jaylen Brown because he
That's what I'm saying.
could
He's
be
like
the
that
2.
tweener. He's that
Yeah,
tweener.
he could be either or. So it's like I just throw him
Yeah.
in there, just saying. But where would y'all throw him in at?
All right, so you want to go first, Vic?
Nah, this your man. I'm giving you the floor.
All right, so based on recent success, or whatever like that, I'd put James Harden number 1 still, because I mean he's got the hardware to back it up. He's played meaningful games his entire career. I mean, I think he had one season where they weren't good, and that was in OKC his first year.
Yeah.
He's been playing meaningful games for a minute. Devin Booker just started playing meaningful games. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just upsert somebody like that. And he ain't doing nothing for me to look at him in any other light, because he's still doing his thing. Number 2, I probably put Devin Booker at number 2. I mean, the other guys on that list, CJ's hurt right now. I can't really evaluate his game right now. Jaylen, like I said, he's kind of a tweener. I mean, is he a 2? Is he a 3? His shot is too inconsistent for me to put him above Booker, because Booker's jump shot is, money, when he's on.
Yeah, facts.
And then a 3rd. Right now, it's really this 1 and 2 is 1 and 2, and it's like that list we just named, it could fluctuate. Jaylen could jump to 3 tonight if he go out there and does something spectacular, and the dude that we had number 3 could swap. They're all interchangeable after that, but I think right now 1 and 2 in the league is unquestionably Harden and Booker.
It's crazy because I actually thought me and you were going to agree with this, because if you would have said 1, I totally agree. I think Devin Booker right now is the best shooting guard in the league right now.
He got a point. I can't really argue with that,
because there's no one out here going to get buckets like him. To me, there's like when you need that bucket, and it's crazy because last year, they was actually comparing him to Kobe. They were saying he was going to be the next Kobe Bryant.
Yep. They were,
and there's a reason for that. And this year, I feel like he's showing y'all why he got that potential. Like, even though he wasn't playing meaningful games all them years, you gotta think, who else in the league right now has put up 70 points?
Nobody else. But the reason why I'm saying James is number 1, right, is because if James Harden wants to go out there and be James Harden scoring shooting guard, he go out there and get somebody 45 with his eyes closed. The problem is James Harden has to play point guard for the Brooklyn Nets, and he has to go out there and get his still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So his duties are split. Devin Booker has the luxury where he could play off ball the entire game. He don't have to worry about passing and running the offense, because he got Chris for that. You know what I'm saying? James right now with KD gone is Brooklyn's offense, and Kyrie only plays every other day. So his duties are split between, do I score this drive, or am I trying to get this guy going from 3, or I'm trying to work the pick and roll. Like, he's got a lot more on his plate, and that's why I respect his game right now more. But there's an argument can be made for both, but I'm gonna have to put James at number 1.
So I respect James' game right now too, right? But to me, James has a team that could be making a run, right? But it do not look like he cares. Devin Booker knows the opportunity that he has right now. To me, Devin Booker is out here trying to be a killer. He's trying to lead his team to victory every single night. He wants to go get that bucket. So to me, we know what James Harden is. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. And we're going to talk about this a little later in the show. So what do you think is wrong with James Harden and all? But right now, I feel like Devin Booker is taking advantage of his opportunity, of him being on TV, of him being out there. Like, so let's be honest, with James Harden, before he got the coach that his game fit with, James Harden was that player. I understand he was on the bench and all that, but once he got the coach that believed in him and let him play his game, that's when James Harden propelled. And now with Monty, we're saying that Devin Booker got a coach that lets him propel and lets him play his game.
Yeah.
And yes, CP3 is there, another coach. He's a coach on the floor, and he allows him to play his game. But Devin Booker now is taking advantage. I think right now Devin Booker is the best shooting guard in the league.
I agree with Card, man. You just can't deny it. You got to give him his roses. The man be putting up the buckets. He's out here scoring. He's doing his thing. And the Phoenix, the best team in the league. To me, I don't see why they don't come out the West. Because you can't. Hey, shout out Carolina all day. Love stuff. But them light-skinned boys going to get hurt. Clay not about to finish the season. He's not. Clay not going to finish the season. He's not. And blessings to him and his family. But I just don't. There's no way there. the only center in the league that can compete with DeAndre Ayton on the West and to get to the finals is Joker. And
the thing is, Joker not even a defensive center you got to worry about. It's
Right.
Joker's
So-
offensive efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Is what he does on the other end is you trying to slow him down, you know? But okay, so would you say so expanded outside of just two guards, because we already established he's the best scoring two guard in the league.
Mhm.
As far as fluent scores in the league, certified bucket getters, where would you rank Devin Booker then?
Arguably top 3.
And who you putting up there with
he
him?
definitely up there. So, okay. So this is where with Devin Booker,
Because
right?
you can't put him in front of KD.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
that's
Yeah, you can't put him in front of Kevin
Okay.
Durant. And there's an argument for Steph too.
Steph just came out of a slump. He was in like a month slump.
But when he come out that slump, I mean, he's hitting like 11 threes, 8 threes,
So-
7,
So Josh, going back to what you said in the beginning, what Chris Paul did for Devin Booker, Chris Paul showed Devin Booker what Kobe learned, what Jordan learned, and what LeBron learned after the Mavs smacked them in the head. Them twos is buckets.
Yeah, look at DeRozan.
That's what I'm about to ask you. Who got the best mid range?
They used to laugh at DeRozan because all he did was shoot long twos. Now they praising the man.
Who got the best mid range? Booker, DeRozan.
Booker, easy. Booker. Look, I'm telling you right now,
It looked better when Booker do it too.
blessings to DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls is playing nice. DeMar DeRozan is, you ain't about to never hear me say, oh man, DeMar DeRozan, that boy. No. No, we ain't about to do that. No.
DeMar ain't P. He ain't P. That's what
He ain't P. He ain't P.
He ain't
Nah.
P.
So all right. So Vic, we just gonna bring you back into yesterday's show for us.
Yeah.
Do you believe Andrew Wiggins deserves to be a starter in the All-Star game?
Ain't he like the comeback story the last 3 years? Shit, boy. I mean, he's put the work in. I thought they would have traded him by now.
So you think what he's done this year, averaging 18 points a game and playing really good defense, justifies being a starter in the All-Star game? Or do you think he's a product of circumstance that Kawhi, Paul George, and Anthony Davis have all been injured for the first half of the season? Because if they were all healthy right now, do you think Andrew Wiggins would be on the team? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
There's no fucking way.
Yo, and Andrew Wiggins being a starter in the All-Star game is the equivalent of Andre Iguodala getting the MVP over Steph Curry in the finals.
Yeah, it's like a
Point guard.
It's like
That's a great point.
it's a consolation prize. It's like, when you sign up for youth soccer or youth baseball, something like that, and at the end of the season, everybody gets a trophy or like that. It's like his consolation prize. Like, here you go, bro. An E for effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andrew Wiggins is.
But the thing is, there's no other because like we was talking about last night, right? You gotta have 3 front court and 2 back court. So I said, why don't they switch up and say mandatory 1 front court, 1 back court, anything else goes. You can put whoever you want in there. Because Luka would be starting over him, or Booker, or CP3.
Yeah. So I asked
Andrew Wiggins is the 3rd option on the 2nd best team in the league, and he's starting. But we got the two number 1 options on the best team in the league on the bench.
So you saying 1 foot Clay still better than Andrew Wiggins?
When Clay get his shot going, you think they're gonna trust Andrew Wiggins with a last second shot? They're gonna trust Clay.
Man,
They need a 3. Are they throwing it to Andrew Wiggins, dusty ass in the corner, or
Yeah,
they gonna
that's-
throw it to Clay?
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so let me ask you this. So if Clay Thompson get back right, will he go back? Will he go above Devin Booker?
He had to set the entire world on fire to do that. He's missed too much time. And
I-
Devin's game has evolved from what it was when he first got hurt. Devin was just a raw dude who could give you buckets on any night, but his game is rounded out. He can get to he's beating dudes to his spots. He's angling his shots better or whatever like that. Like when he's first coming to the league, he was just straight lining his shots. Now he's learning how to angle them a little bit better, using his dribble. Like his game is completely different now. So he'd have to literally set the earth on fire for like a season and a half to
I
upset
like it.
Booker.
But just the thing I feel about with Phoenix, what happens when they get back to the finals against Giannis? What happens? Because
What makes you so sure it's gonna be Giannis in the finals? It could be Miami.
look, if they take that weird game playing motherfucker out the game, because I don't like Giannis. I don't. I respect him, but that game is horrible. There's no hoop skills to that.
He got a Euro. Yeah,
He got a euro.
He has a euro. I
He got a
mean,
euro.
that's some type of.
And when he
skill,
say
like that.
euro, he mean the GYRO one. A euro, literally.
A euro. And you know what's crazy? I can go to a park tomorrow with a whole bunch of kids out there playing. I'm saying, who y'all want to be when y'all grow up? I bet you never one of them say Giannis.
Really?
Do you know anybody under the age of 15 say I want to be like Giannis?
No.
I don't either. Carl, you know,
I thought you said they would all say they'd want to be like Giannis.
no.
I'm like, what? No, they'd probably be like Steph or
They're gonna say Steph. They're gonna say Steph. Maybe a
they're gonna say
LeBron.
Steph.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Shit, but I'm gonna be real. What team's gonna stop the Bucks from seeing the Suns in the finals?
Miami. Miami can. Miami matches up with them well. When they went to the finals that first year, they cooked them. You know what I'm saying? In that series. Miami matched up with them well. Miami full health. And this is a more reinforced squad. They're getting Victor Oladipo back off the bench. Hero looking like 6th man of the year. Duncan got a sniper. You got Butler. And the thing is, they got Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? So they have an official point guard now. You know what I'm saying? You got Bam healthy, PJ. You know, PJ probably know how to guard. He ain't gonna. There's no slowing Giannis down. There's no stopping him. Really, it's just trying to conceal all the ancillary pieces. Like you can't let Middleton go for 32 or 34. Let Drew Holiday have a double-double. Let Bobby Portis have 3 threes. Connaughton, Allen, DiVincenzo all hit 2. You can't have any of that other crap going on.
Chris Middleton gotta stop. If you can stop Chris Middleton, you'll beat the Bucks.
Because those first 2 games that we played them in the finals, Middleton had under 20 points each game, and they got rolled. And then them last 4 games, he dropped like 25. I don't know. Maybe the game plan switched. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is.
All right, let me ask y'all this, right? The Bulls right now are the number 1 team in the East. DeRozan averaging 26, Zach LaVine averaging 24. How deep do you think of a run they will make in the playoffs?
Who's 8th? Who's 8th seed?
Who's the 8th seed?
Atlanta is right now.
Charlotte?
Right.
No, Charlotte.
No. Charlotte just moved to.
No, Charlotte
yesterday.
is the 8th seed.
Yeah, they just moved to 8th yesterday.
That's not an easy round for them.
It's not at all.
That's not easy.
Yeah, that'd be like the worst. That'd be like the worst first round matchup because Charlotte they got size, length, athleticism. They ain't got nothing to lose neither.
And Lamelo mad, he ain't make the All-Star team. So
that's not an easy. They're not gonna be an easy out if they get in there.
No, that's not an easy out. Now, if they slow them down and keep them to the half court, they need to take Miles Bridges out the game because that boy can't shoot for shit.
Now, this is a question I have for you, Vic. Do you think the way that they've constructed this Bulls roster as like starter heavy, but they haven't invested as much in the bench that's going to hurt them in the playoffs?
Yes, because they're gonna try to put it all on Kobe to come off the bench and keep getting buckets, and it's not. When it's 2 minutes left, who you giving the ball to get the buckets?
DeRozan or Levine?
Okay, then they're gonna lose.
Or like Vooch ain't no hoe. Like
Vooch ain't no hoe, but he like
I would give it to Vooch. I would give it to Vooch. I'd give it to them too.
For the last shot of the game?
What?
I don't trust Zach or them.
I'd give it to DeRozan for a long 2. If that's what we needed was a 2.
I'm honestly, I can trust Lonzo to make a wide open shot.
Bruh, wide open. Wait, how you? I don't think they're gonna let him get wide open.
Because they're not gonna they're gonna probably put their focus on DeRozan or Levine, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And Lonzo always get these wide open shots. So like, I could see.
Who's the other dude that starts with? Who else is in that starting lineup? Because there's Lonzo, Levine, DeRozan.
Is
and there's somebody else?
Is it Patrick Williams?
Nah, he out for the year. I think he tore his ACL or something.
Who is
he
it?
out?
Javonte Green.
Green. Yeah.
I never even heard of that dude till this year. I didn't even know who he was, and I was like,
yeah,
he's starting for the best team in the East. that's the one. That's who I'm gonna take the shot. We go drop a play for Javonte Green. All right.
So what y'all saying? The first round out?
Depends on who they play, bro.
But what's the difference between that Bulls squad and that Atlanta Hawks squad who had the best record in the league that year?
Like, were you saying like which
one? He's one of the one with Millsap and
like
and
all that,
Schroeder and Culver and stuff,
and like all them.
Nothing.
The East is a lot more wide open. Like LeBron ran the East for so many years. The East is not like it was
But the
back
East,
then.
the East has a lot of annoying squads too. Because if Chicago runs into Cleveland, that's a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Because they got so much size,
Yeah.
and they are so front heavy that if the thing is, the Bulls when they get to the playoffs, they have to play immaculate. They have to play perfect because if DeRozan has an off game, DeRozan go out there and get 11 points, they probably got rolled that game.
For real, yeah. That's
Because
a fact.
I mean, most of their points come from the starting five or that core four or whatever like that. You see, with Lonzo being out and Levine being out, they're barely scraping. They barely beat Indiana with the JV squad tonight. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't
Barely.
think been in a situation where he has to be the man.
That's what I'm saying. None of them have been anywhere.
Yeah, so I don't.
DeRozan has some wars in Toronto, but Vooch has never been anywhere. Lonzo for sure ain't never been anywhere, and Levine's never been anywhere. Nobody on that roster has been anywhere.
But Josh, you want to know why the Bulls is in this spot? It ain't DeMar's fault that they there. It's them punk ass Celtics because they so hot ass this year. All I heard was, "Oh, Jayson Tatum can carry the team." Oh, Jayson Tatum. And what's the Celtics rank right now?
Hey, we
ninth.
Ninth.
They're back in the plan. They won again tonight.
We ninth.
They beat Detroit.
They won a game tonight. Wow.
No, they're on like a 5-game winning streak or something like that. They got the on this streak that they on. They got the number one half court defense in the league. If that matters to you,
you know how far you had to dig for that stat. You had to dig for that. You had to dig for that. You really had to dig for that. They got the number one half court. What?
Half court defense in the league.
They have the number one.
That means when they run their set defense, it's the number one in the league. That doesn't include transition.
Oh, okay. Okay. You want to know what I just read in subtitles under your face? Who gives a fuck? I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
Yo. Okay. So let me ask y'all this, right? Who is having more of a disappointing year, the Celtics or the Hawks?
The Hawks.
From where they went to, I mean, the Hawks went to the finals last year, so I mean, we was expecting them to come out and be.
That's a great. Yeah, the Hawks.
But I mean, the Hawks are kind of piecing it together. They just beat us last night, which is a big win. They're on a 5-game winning streak, but they got rolled in Toronto, so it's like they're like the most Dr. and Jekyll Hyde team. One night they look unbeatable, but the thing about the Hawks is they rely so much on their shooting because Trae Young can have off nights, but it's got to be Bogdanovich, Herter, and they traded Reddish, so it's gotta be Bogdanovich and Herter are gotta hit threes. They both gotta hit at least 3 threes a night. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
this because they don't have a go-to kind of like they don't have like a scorer slasher kind of like a dude. Everyone's kind of like spot up 3-point shooters. You got Collins, whose game is kind of like awkward if you ever watched him play, and then Capella just pick and roll to the basket. He has no. I've never seen him turn his back to the basket and hit somebody with a move or something. It's always alley-oops.
Big men having finesse game is done. Once LaMarcus Aldridge leave the league and Joker and B it's over. It's over. Big men don't have to have skill no more. They don't have to skill. But let me ask y'all.
It's not needed.
True, it isn't. It isn't. Not in this league.
If you have a big man that can shoot a 3, it's more valuable than a big man that got post moves.
Yeah,
and that's just where the league is going to. Like
that's
no matter what you do, 3 will always be more than 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but have that consistent 2 is a luxury though.
Yeah. Like Jared Allen. Jared Allen is a consistent 2.
Fact.
I'm pretty sure you take Jared Allen over Miles Turner any day.
I would take Jared Allen over Miles Turner. Yeah.
But okay, let me ask you a question. The defense kind of cancels each other out. And Miles Turner just shoots. He's too big to be just shooting threes. He don't even hit them all the time.
Okay, we're gonna do. They had a Twitter post like last week. They had 4 point guards. How would y'all rank them? Trae Young, De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo Ball, and what was the 4th one?
It gotta be Ja.
It's not Ja. To me personally, I had De'Aaron Fox. I think I said Ja, LaMelo, De'Aaron, then Trae Young. Because, hear me out, De'Aaron Fox is held captive on that trash, booty butt Sacramento Kings team.
They said the Knicks is trying to trade for him.
De'Aaron Fox a dog.
He is
He
a
nasty.
dog.
Don't get me wrong. He nasty.
Oh,
He cat quick. He got an okay shot. He's good. He would shine on a good team. I can't put him above Trae Young though.
Not
I
right
can't
now.
do that.
Trey
I
is
can't. Not right now. Not right
Trey is
now.
reckless.
Not right now.
Let me-
Ice trade. You talking about Ice trade a game? The same guy that went to New York, King of New York, Trae Young.
So what?
I ain't never seen De'Aaron Fox do that before. I ain't never seen De'Aaron Fox do that before.
See, K-Wall, you wrong for that. You know why you wrong for that? Because when we said about Devin Booker, you was crying. Oh my man, he's
You
a
can
victim.
see the dog in Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? I can see the same thing I see in Devin Booker. I see it in Trae Young as well. He got that killer instinct. He want that last shot. There's been moments when De'Aaron Fox has that moment for that last shot, and he passing it to Harrison Barnes. You know what I'm saying? Or Bagley.
So if Steph Curry is the A+ of what Trae Young do, Steph Curry is the A+. What's Trae Young?
A B-.
That's a borderline C. I'll take that.
Yeah, B-.
So all right.
So this is what I'm
He
asking.
like an 80. He like an 81. He like an 81%. One question off from a C+. That's basically what Trae Young is. I'll give him that. Compared to Stephen Curry, yeah. And I would make De'Aaron Fox a C+. That's it.
So, but with Trae Young, right? He had took his team he had taken his team to the playoffs. He he had been the number one on his team consistently, and he had scored. He had led them in assists. He had made sure his team is winning. Not this year, but we have never seen that from De'Aaron Fox.
That's not his fault.
How is that not his fault?
No. Because Trae Young make the players on his team better. He make them look better. De'Aaron Fox got all them high draft pick dudes in there, and I don't think it's just them that's not panning out. Maybe it comes down to coaching or whatever's play system they call him. But De'Aaron Fox don't make nobody that much better or whatever like that.
Who's Trae Young better?
For one, he don't pass.
John Collins?
De'Aaron Fox need the ball in his hands at all times, right? And he don't pass the ball, right? They finally got a point guard in Halliburton and Buddy Hyde knocking down shots now. Harrison Barnes looking decent now. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they cool train De'Aaron Fox because he's not a traditional point guard, but he's not a traditional shooting guard either. He's not have a good enough shot to be a shooting guard. So he's just a guard.
So
with
if
cat-like quickness.
So if the A+ to Trae Young is Steph Curry, right? The A+ to De'Aaron Fox is John Wall. Like, what are we talking about?
Basically, that's a perfect example. He is a John Wall. He is a shorter John Wall. John Wall had all the speed, the ball handling, everything outside of a shot. He'll make it mathematically. He will make a shot eventually.
John Wall,
you shoot it enough.
John Wall in his prime. Yeah. John Wall in his prime. Yeah. I ain't talking about rapper John Wall stunting. I'm talking about like John Wall.
Are you talking about like gang sign John Wall?
I ain't talking about twisting fingers. I'm not talking about twisting fingers.
Gang sign John Wall.
Yeah, I'm talking about John Wall from back then. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Dougie and John Wall?
Yeah, I mean the Dougie John Wall. I mean that John Wall. But I don't know, man. I just think Trae Young shots be reckless.
But they be going in though.
Yo.
De'Aaron Fox shoot the safest shot. De'Aaron Fox will take the safest shot in the court, the free throw, and break it.
Steph Curry shots are reckless. It just they go in, so nobody cares.
True. And when he go on a losing streak, they don't ping him for it.
Yeah, like so. I don't know, man. Well, let me ask you, right?
All right. What about DeJounte Murray? Would you put DeJounte Murray? Where'd you rank him on that list? Because he nasty too. If he's staying in the West Coast with them kind of guards, he nasty too.
He nice, but
okay. So
I put him in as DeMar DeRozan. They good. I mean, they good. Yeah. I mean, ain't about to.
So we're gonna keep them four players, right? We had Trae Young, we had Ja, we had Lamelo, and we'll throw De'Aaron Fox in. Of these four players, who do you want to start a franchise with?
Lamelo Ball.
Hey, well,
Lamelo Ball.
That's tough. It's between Lamelo and Ja because for one, Lamelo is like he's everything you want a point guard, and he got power forward size. He is 6'7" point guard who can run an offense with his eyes closed and make everybody else better. Is he a leader yet? No, he's not a leader just yet. But on the other hand, you got John Morant, who got that killer instinct. Everybody, he walk in a room and commands the locker room. You know what I'm saying? He gives the team a edge. You know what I'm saying? Before he showed up in Memphis, they was all that grit and grind, but they were soft. Now they like a force to be reckoned with now. So if I had to pick between LaMelo and Ja, because there's only two I would start a team with, I'd probably go with John Morant, just for the type of style of team I would want to build or like that. And the continuity I would want to start it with Ja.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
because he a perfect leader. Because like when they lost that game to Philly, right? He was the one that snapped. He snapped on Philly. But when they asked him, "Oh, what happened when they lost?" He said he had 9 turnovers. He missed a wide open 3. He missed 2 free. Like he owned it. That's what you want your leaders to do. You know, your face of your franchise. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I probably think I'll probably take LaMelo. LaMelo, he just to me, he hasn't even came into his own yet. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like he's still young. He's still trying to figure it out. And like I don't know, I'm personally moving on with LaMelo to run my franchise. And if you're not gonna take LaMelo, it's kind of like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Because Ja, he's exciting. He's exciting. But the thing that scares me about Ja is what happens if he burns out. You know, what happens if he become Russell Westbrook? You know, that's what scares me.
Are you afraid that he relies on his athleticism so much for his success?
They all do.
Yeah,
we'll see another Ja Morant. We will see another Ja Morant. I don't think you'll see another LaMelo Ball for a while.
Yeah, never. Like
I mean, because LaMelo Ball's like a 6'7" Steve Nash.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a good argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm
definitely. I mean, long term. I mean, I feel like you get more years out of LaMelo at a high level, but for some reason, out of all those guys with his name, I just feel like John Morant's going to do more winning than all of them.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if you're the GM, you have to hit more with building the team around LaMelo because you got to have shooters. With Ja, you can miss on a couple picks because you know he's going to score. LaMelo don't have to score to be effective.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to hit more. Your success rate in the draft had to be a little more. Or
you got to kind of hit with Ja too, because you got to put the right people around him as well too. You know, you got to put they hit with Bane. Bane, they hit a home run with him. He's the perfect 2 guard next to Morant because he's perfect 3-and-D kind of guy and crazy on shot.
Yeah.
Brooks, they hit with Brooks. He could guard the other team's best offensive player, and Jaren Jackson is perfect next to him. And they got Vooch, they got Valanciunas out of there and replaced him with Steven Adams. A guy that don't really need the ball much, who just bang the boards and set up hard screens.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, but there's not too many players I would take above LaMelo. The only player I would take over LaMelo that's young, and that's because I like his mentality, is Anthony Edwards. That's it. Just because because he don't care, man. That boy hungry.
Yeah, because I saw last night when he came to the conference. He's like, hold on. I'm trying to order my McDonald's. Hold on, real quick.
I love that.
We was just talking about Ant on the show last night, or like that. I was like, Anthony Edwards is a bigger, more outspoken J.R. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna shoot it 40 times a game. If his life was on the line and they said you got to score 20 points tonight, I don't care what you do. He gonna shoot it 90 times until he gets his 20 points. He don't care.
Cat holding him back, man. They got to get Cat up out of here, man.
It's not. I think D'Lo kind of hold him back because D'Lo is when the game D'Lo is out, you see Ant just take over.
Yeah,
they passing the ball. Cat let him do his thing. The offense flows. When D'Lo's in there, Ant's like the third option because it's like they're gonna run it through Cat, the little pick and roll with Cat and D'Lo all night long. You know what I'm saying? And Ant is like the third option.
I lost respect for everybody who was in that gym and Jimmy Butler bust their ass and left. I like all of them. I lost respect for all of them.
Everybody?
Everybody?
Wasn't it like Jimmy Butler and D Rose versus like 11 people or something like that?
And you let him smoke y'all like that. Wiggins was in there too. It was Wiggins, Cat. Who else was in there?
It was all of them.
All of them was in there. And Jimmy just bust their ass.
2 on 11.
Man,
And I bet you, and that was D Rose when he was getting injured like literally every other game. So I bet you D Rose was just making smart passes. He wasn't doing nothing like miraculous. So really, it was Jimmy on the rest of the squad.
nah, bro.
I be forgetting he went to Minnesota too sometimes.
People forget that because it was so. It was so. It wasn't that long of a run.
So if I had to take somebody, because I mean he's been in the league a minute, but he's still around the same age group as LaMelo Ball. You know, if I had to take some and I had to start a team, I'd probably take Jayson Tatum. I feel like he ain't even scratched the surface of his
Oh, what happened? Oh, you all right?
My phone dropped off that buffoonery Josh just said.
But I mean, look at it, right. Jayson Tatum is his ceiling is through the roof. You know, he's 6'10" point forward, who can get his own shot, who can create, he can carry a scoring load for an offense, right? That you could work with that. You could build around that. You need a couple 3-and-D guys, a point guard who can run the offense and a big man, and you let him be your star. Yeah, he don't shy away from it.
How long are we gonna say that about Jayson Tatum? You know, Jayson Tatum is like what, 26, 27?
No, he's not. He's younger than me. He's like 23. He's 23.
Hey, you know,
Tatum's 23. He came in the league at 19. He's only been in the league 4 years and been in the All-Star game 3 of those 4 years.
Yeah, he only did 1 year with Duke. Yeah, that is true. He only did 1 year. Yes, that's true.
So Jayson Tatum got it all. He got the whole package. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Jayson Tatum do not have the whole package.
What do you mean by that?
He do, but I just don't.
It's like, yo, what do you mean by that? The whole package.
Yo, I'm not like, if I had a chance to have Jayson Tatum, if I'm starting a team as a GM and I get Jayson Tatum, you just fill and play at that point.
Yeah, it's simple. You just filling people around him.
Yo, you're telling me basically, I got a shorter Kevin Durant.
What, by basically?
Whoa, my friend. So
tell me the parts of Kevin Durant game. All right, other than defense, we're going to out of defense, but the offensive game. What do Kevin Durant do that Jayson Tatum can't do? He do it at a higher level, and he's a better player.
He's doing it at a higher level.
But I mean, Jayson Tatum got heart. He tries, but Kevin Durant on a whole nother level.
Okay. So Jayson Tatum and Kevin Durant, shooting wise, you're probably gonna take Kevin Durant, but it's not like very much more. It's like,
if my life was on the line and they said you got to pick someone to shoot a 3 from the parking lot to save your life, I'm gonna choose Kevin Durant every time.
Okay, on the scale of 1 to 10, Kevin Durant's a 10, and Jayson Tatum's an 8. That's not a very huge difference.
7.5.
If your life is on the line, it's a huge gap.
Okay, cool. If your life is on the line, right? All right.
I get what you're getting at. His game, if anyone in the league right now, I say his game vaguely emulates kind of Kevin Durant's game. You know what I'm saying? With the post-up moves that he has, the ball handling.
He has a better handle than KD.
Because when Tatum is on, he's on. Because his release point is so high, you know what I'm saying? He can hit those tough buckets that, you know, a shorter player couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're getting at. Yeah. It's just like Vic said, KD is KD. He in a league by himself. But Tatum is probably the closest bet to mirroring that play style that KD plays with.
And so my thing is, so when Kevin Durant was coming out, you think if Portland would have known what Kevin Durant was going to be, they would have still drafted older? You think when Tatum came out, if LA and the Sixers knew what Tatum was going to be, they would have drafted Fultz and Lonzo still?
So the first one with Portland, I still think if they knew what they knew now, yes. But you got to remember, when Odom and Durant came out, Brandon Roy was still in the league. So they didn't need a Kevin Durant. There was Brandon Roy, young LaMarcus. Remember, they had Wesley Matthews, so they didn't really need a Durant.
You know the funny thing? It always seemed like Portland is making the same mistakes, right? You got this player, right? And you got the same position. But instead of just going ahead and saying, okay, let's put all these same positions together and make it work, which the Celtics did. They said Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum can play the same position. But we don't care. We're going to draft them in back-to-back drafts because that's what it is. But instead of Portland saying, hey, we got Clyde and this Michael Jordan guy is coming out, they play the same positions, we're going to make it work. Or instead of them saying, hey, we got Brandon Roy and we can make this Kevin Durant kid work, they go for a big man that's going to get hurt.
Now, we can't, downplay Odin's draft status going into the draft because when he coming into the draft, he looked like the most dominant big man since Shaq coming out of Ohio State. His hype was warranted. Nobody knew Kevin Durant was going to be that good. When Kevin Durant was couldn't bench press 45-pound plates at the combine, was frail and skinny, all the knocks were against Durant.
Who cares? Can he shoot the ball? Yo, Brandon Ingram to this day probably can't bench press 135.
Facts.
True.
Can he shoot?
That's a frail dude right there.
Can he shoot the ball?
Dude.
Can he shoot the ball? Who cares?
I feel like with Durant, we didn't give him. I don't care what nobody really say. Until they went to the finals that year and made that run, nobody really was believing Durant. It was real. We wasn't believing that it was real.
So you're saying it's kind of like the Booker thing?
Yeah, like
because Booker didn't gain, like what you're saying. Booker didn't gain his respect till he went to the finals last year as a certified bucket getter on a large. I mean, the people in Seattle or Oklahoma City probably knew Durant was special, and people kind of was like, "Oh, this guy's all right. He's
because
good."
You have to remember, Seattle fans seen that before. Remember Rashad Lewis, 6'10", 6'11".
True.
They've seen that before. So to them, it's not like Durant was anything special at that time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So when they went to the finals,
that is a good point. That's a good point.
It was like, oh, he's different.
We got something. Yeah, we got something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it takes time. You have to see where they go with it. And I think that's what it is with me with Tatum is I need to see that deep playoff run. If I see that deep playoff run, I have no issue.
He's been to the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of times.
He been a couple of times, but the problem is the regression. I can understand if you say Jayson Tatum's regression as far as like pushing us back to the Eastern Conference Finals or finally getting over the hump or again to the championship game. I can see where that's the problem at. But to me, Jayson Tatum of the young stars, right? Of the young stars, I feel like at the top of the list, it should be Luka and Tatum. They got the things that makes a team. You're looking at me crazy. Why?
Hold on. Is there a new player in the league named Luka, or we talking about Luka Doncic?
That's the exact one we're talking about.
Okay, all right. So to me, if somebody said Luka Doncic is the best player in NBA right now, I wouldn't argue that. Tell me if I'm wrong.
He's special though. I ain't gonna lie. From his first game in the league, everybody's like, okay, wait, hold on. He different. He different.
Yo,
but he's different. I seen old boy getting hacked, step back, shoot a three, nail it, come down the court, bang the boards, come full court, and one, threw it behind the back pass, looking one way down the court. I mean, his first game in the league was a top shot moment. The entire game was a top shot moment.
He's absolute dog.
Special.
He's absolute dog. That's what I'm saying. Of the young players in the league, I feel like Tatum and Luka are at the top of this list.
Tatum compared to Luka is
Luka's at the top of the list. Tatum is like.
So you don't think they're eye to eye?
So this is the thing, Kari. Do you believe in your heart? Because what I see Luka do last year, I was already on the Luka bandwagon. I was already had the tramp stamp.
He was a believer. A believer.
I was already a believer. Bruh, Kawhi Leonard was guarding him full court. And he was cooking him. He was cooking Kawhi.
What Bubble? I called him Bubble Doncic. What Bubble Doncic did to the Clippers, that series right there, I mean, he almost pulled that thing off too by himself.
Yes.
By himself. When he hit that step back jumper over it was like 3 of them like that. I was like, boy. And then they put Marcus Morris on him. And even as Marcus Morris, one of the toughest dudes in the league, was being chippy, playing a little bit dirty, Luka was still giving him 30 and 15. He was still dropping triple doubles. Like, and the boy's 6'7". He ain't the fastest. But he used his speed to get where he needs to be and make it work.
Kawhi almost chewed his tongue off against Luka.
They put everybody. They put Kawhi. They put Batum. They put PG. They put whoever they could on him, and he was giving them buckets. Then they said, you know what? He gonna do his thing. Ain't nobody else doing nothing else though. Ain't nobody else scoring. Luka gonna have to score 109 points to beat us tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Card. They gave Luka Doncic to LeBron. Luka not even 25 yet.
I don't even think he's 23. I think Luka's 22. Let me look it up right now. Let me look at how old Luka Doncic is. Because I want to say
I get what you're saying about Jayson. I do. I just seen gorillas in the zoo with Luka, and he came out. He was scarred. He had one eye, but he walked out of that motherfucker. I don't know if light-skinned Jayson could do that. That's all I'm saying.
Luka Doncic, born February 28th, 1999. 22 years old to this day.
Hell no. Luka.
And Bubble Doncic was 20 years old, giving Kawhi Leonard NBA champion fits. Paul George, defensive all-team player, fits. Take it to the rack on Ibaka.
Yo, I remember they asked him at the press conference. They said, Kawhi, how do you respond after the performance that Luka Doncic just did? Kawhi said, and I quote, just gotta, we gotta wake up in the morning, go to practice, and just we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out on a kid? On a kid? Come on, Kai.
Jayson Tatum, born March 3rd, 1998, 23 years old, 6'8". Luka is an inch shorter than him.
So I like all right. So I like analogies, right? So let's say Luka is LeBron. Who is Jayson Tatum?
Shit, maybe like T-Mac and his when he had his.
I'll say
that's
probably like T-Mac. He probably like T-Mac.
No, I'm saying all right. Comparison. All right. So look, this is what I want to get to, right? Do y'all think when LeBron, KD, Kawhi, them guys leave the league, is Luka gonna be the best in the league?
Hands down, he the best now.
Okay, cool.
But he is better. When people talk about, all right, name a top 5 in the league, every single person has Luka in there. That's like all right, like how everybody says top 5 in the league, LeBron, Luka, and then it's up for grabs with everybody else. It's a given.
So,
like,
all right, even
he at his age, and he only 22, we about to see this man do this for the next 10, 15 years. That's why they compare him to Bron. He's just less physical than Bron.
So even like, let's say 5 years ago, right? 5 years ago, I feel like it's gonna be like this when all them guys leave the league, right? Even 5 years ago, when LeBron was obviously the best player, Kevin Durant will win a championship. Steph Curry will win a championship. Kawhi Leonard will win a championship. Then they will say, all right, is it up for question that one of these guys is the best player in the league? Do you think it's going to be that same way after these guys leave, where Luka is the best player in the league, but we have a Jayson Tatum maybe win a championship, and then we're going to have that question: is Jayson Tatum the best in the league right now?
So I'll say this: I don't think it'll ever, no matter how great Luka is, it'll never. He'll never eclipse what LeBron has done, because LeBron marketing, his label, himself, no. But I think skill-wise and what he do on the court, it's hard to argue. The boy's flat-footed, Kari. The boy's flat-footed. I think if he took his shoe off and put it on the table.
He's slow and he's a little pudgy too.
He's
a little pudgy, but he'll give you 36, 15, and 15 if you let him.
He on the same plane as Zion. He eats cheeseburgers, hot dogs, all that effed up stuff. He eat the same thing Zion do. He eat the same shit. I know. You ever seen Friday Night Lights? And they was in there lifting. They said, "Booby, you gonna lift?" Booby He said, I don't need to live. What he say? This God's gift or whatever. That's what Luka be saying. I ain't
That's what
listening.
Luka he got like how we talked about Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, how Jaylen Brown just has to work harder to look better, and Tatum is just naturally gifted. This is one of those situations where Tatum isn't even in the top 10 right now. I wouldn't even put him in our top 10 in the entire league right now. Maybe when all those guys leave the league, he can make a case for top 5, but 5 years from now, when all those guys leave the league, Luka will still be in the top 5, regardless of however you want to rank him.
Who on Luka team is anywhere near, like, not even like with Jayson Tatum is obviously the top, right? But you got a Jaylen Brown who pushes it. Like, all right, he's a very nice player. You have a Marcus Smart who pushes it. He's a very nice player. You got
Time Lord. You got Bob Williams over there. Dropping triple doubles with blocks almost.
Yeah. So you got all these guys on this team. Who on Luka team? Tim Hardaway get his shot. Nice. Brunson is solid. But like there's nobody, he don't have nobody else on his team.
And that's the crazy thing. That's why people rank him so high, is because there's nobody on his team that is anywhere near the level of Luka Doncic, and they are always competitive. It don't matter who's out, who's in. If Luka's playing, he gonna take you 4 quarters. I very rarely see the Mavericks get rolled ever.
Let me ask you, who got a better chance of winning a championship first, Luka or Tatum?
Tatum, because they surrounded him with pieces to make him better,
and he's in the East.
Yeah. Luka's got to go through a gauntlet just to get to the Western Conference Finals.
I'm gonna sum it up like this: Luka Doncic could do a 7-month deployment with no ports. Ain't shot a ball in 7-8 months. He'll get off that boat and he'll drop 40 first game back. Cause he's a hooper. He's a hooper. Like he don't gotta train to do what he do.
He like Paul Pierce. You know how Paul Pierce said he said he lifted weights when he first joined the league, but he ain't lift weights his last in 15 years. He ain't lift a weight. Right? Mm-hmm. He eat a 4-for-4 meal from Wendy's and then hop in the game, drop 30 points and play 38 minutes. That's Luka. That's what Luka do.
You can tell Jayson Tatum been practicing his shot his whole AAU, ABCD, autumn game. You will not teach your child to shoot like Luka Doncic. Hell no. That shit is hard.
Jayson Tatum's shot is immaculate. It's like it was made in the lab. It was made in the laboratory. Luka's is all ugly, but it go in. It go in every time. Jayson Tatum got that pretty ass shot and still be. It don't even be it ain't a for sure thing sometimes.
Luka on 2K, you gotta flick that stick just right for Luka.
Let me put it like this. Right? This is how I'm gonna put it.
On 2K, you gotta flick.
Y'all fall in love with the Patrick Mahomes effect, and that's what Luka is. Luka do all this stuff that is extra. It just look like.
So
is
Jayson Tatum?
Bro,
is Jayson Tatum? Who is Jayson Tatum in the NFL?
Jayson Tatum has that Tom Brady. I'm just gonna dump it down. I'm gonna do my little shimmy, put up the shot, make it. And y'all don't love that about this man.
Yeah, no, but Tom Brady was a surgeon, and he has the quickest release I've ever seen in my life.
And that's what Jayson Tatum is. He's a surgeon. He makes his move. He get to his shot. He makes his move. Luka gonna dance on you. He gonna make people touch earth. He gonna make people, he gonna do some behind the back passes.
But the thing
he
is,
gonna do his little turnaround shot.
He's gonna take you to the rack too. You know what I'm saying? He gonna smiling face for you. He gonna take you to the rack too.
He gonna take you to the rack. He gonna do his turnaround fadeaway shot. Yo, he is like the Pat Mahomes effect.
So you know what I'll say then, Kari? If I'm a defender, it's harder to guard Luka than Tatum. Because Tatum, I know what he's gonna do.
And you could get Tatum to settle for a bad shot. Luka don't really settle for bad shots.
That white boy, he was watching And1 mixtape, watching The Professor.
He's crafty.
He's crafty.
And if we're gonna compare Luka to anyone in the NFL, then we got to compare Luka to somebody like Joe Burrow, who don't have all the athletic skills, but will go out there and drop 5 TDs on your head and throw for 400 yards.
No, Joe. I'll say what Joe got over every quarterback in the league. Joe got that swag. Joe got the biggest nuts.
And that's what Luka has. Luka has swag.
Yeah,
Luka has swag. And it's Hooper swag. It's not like, like drip, but it's Hooper swag.
Yo, he was talking shit to Kawhi. He was screaming in his face like, yeah, like he.
And the thing is, Marcus Morris barking at him, and he barking right back at him. I think Luka led the league in text last year. You know what I'm saying? Luka ain't no bitch.
Yeah, my man Jayson Tatum not dunk on LeBron James, then bump that man. Did he not?
We're not taking nothing from Jayson Tatum.
I'm
not saying that. Jayson Tatum is a great player in his own right, but Luka is just on a different level.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like
look like he do great work. He eat right. He work out. He do his thing. Luka is pudgy, soft in the middle, flat-footed. Probably don't even be brushing his teeth every day. That boy cold-blooded.
I think Luka is a better player than Jayson Tatum right now? Yes. But I don't feel like the gap between Luka and Jayson Tatum is as big as y'all making it seem.
Okay, so Luka's in the MVP conversation every year since he's been in the league. His rookie year, he was in the conversation. Jayson Tatum has never come up in an MVP conversation
because
he has never even cracked the ladder.
He's not the primary ball.
Well, how can you say he will be better than him then?
I didn't say that. I said Luka is a better player right now, but I don't feel like the gap is as big as y'all saying. What I'm saying is Luka is the primary ball handler. When Luka's on the court, that ball is going through him every single possession.
And that's the scary thing. That's a scary thing. You know who's gonna you know what they're gonna do. You know who the ball's going through, and he's gonna do it anyway.
That ball
you're gonna foul him in the process.
That ball is touching Luka's hands. That sometimes Tatum gotta let Brown go. Sometimes Tatum gotta let Marcus Smart go. We gotta give it to Al Horford. Let Al Horford dribble down.
Because Tatum has people he can trust. Look at that Mavs squad. Look at what they surround this man with. He ain't got nobody he can trust in his squad.
So where are the Mavs ranked at right now?
They're in. I want to say they're like. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick. Western Conference. Because I want to say they're like 7th. I think 7th.
So they're in the top 8 with Luka and an cast of rec players.
All right. So right now, Boston is 8th. Okay. Right now, 8th spot.
And where's
come on. Mavericks are 5th, 29-23.
Car.
Boston is 29-25.
So, Car, you trying to tell me that Tatum is 8th with Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart,
Dennis Schroeder,
is Dennis Schroeder,
Al Horford, Robert Williams, Josh Richardson.
Luka Doncic got rec league players with him.
Tim Hardaway ain't no slouch.
Tim Hardaway's done for the year. And they still giving people fits. The only person on that team I would trust is Brunson. Brunson nice. I like Brunson. Brunson nice. But you're not going in. I'm telling you, when they play the Mavs, their game plan isn't all right. We gotta watch Finney Smith. We can't let Finney Smith go off. Because if he got like this over, all right, Dwight Powell, we gotta send twos. We sending 2 people on Dwight Powell all night in the paint. Because he's gonna eat boards. No, it's Luka, and Luka. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they might be like, all right, we gotta watch Brunson off the bench because he gives us the business too.
So where's the gap at? So if Luka's a 10, where's Jayson Tatum?
7.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
A 7. I said a strong 7.
And the thing is, when they've gone to the Eastern Conference Finals, it wasn't on the back of just Jayson Tatum. It was a collective team unit. Jayson Tatum just happened to be the best player on the team on skill wise. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real with you, Car. If Luka would have went against KD, James Harden, Kyrie like how Tatum did, I think that would have went 6 games. Easy.
No. Easy. Negative. You know what? Let's move on. I like that you brought up James Harden. Let's move on. All right. So with James Harden, do y'all think James Harden? Do y'all think James Harden is unhappy with the Nets or the Kyrie situation? Where y'all think is wrong with James Harden right now?
At this point, I don't even think it matters no more. They came out today and said they're trying to push him to Philly for Ben Simmons. I don't know what that solves because I think that's just gonna piss off Durant, and Durant gonna bounce as the second he gets a chance to, because Durant can't. That's the only knock I have on Durant is he don't want to be on a team by himself and carry. He got to be with other superstars. That's my only knock to him. Because that's why I can't put him above LeBron and stuff like that. Because LeBron's thugged it out on the worst of worse teams and got it done. Durant has to be on a super team. That's my only problem with him.
I don't think
Him
here to be.
and
I don't think James.
yeah.
I
I don't think they trade him.
So let's say they do that. They do that move. James Harden for Ben Simmons. Do that make either team better? Do that propel
Helps
either
Philly.
team?
For sure helps Philly.
Yeah,
because that's the one thing they lacking right now. I mean, they're one game back of the East. All they need is just like a go-to score because Toby ain't it. Maxey is overachieving. He's gonna regress at some point in this season.
Maxey.
He overachieving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times they're gonna live and die with Thibault out there because it's like playing 4 and 5 on offense with him out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he would definitely make them better.
That do make the Nets better because people forget Ben Simmons is first team all defense like what 2 times, 3 times?
He almost won defensive player of the year last year.
Ben Simmons is lockup. Like he's probably the closest thing to LeBron as far as like baseline to baseline, run back. Like that boy is like the safety. Like he can lock up. So he would help them out really. The only thing about the Nets is if you put Ben Simmons on that squad, I think they could win a chip. But you know the one person who will stop that? Crazy ass guy. So
well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if they can somehow get Ben Simmons and keep KD and Harden, that'd be perfect. If you send Kyrie and get rid of that headache and send him to Philly and bring back Ben Simmons, Harden can play the 1, Harris can play the 2. You could tell Ben Simmons from day one, buddy, we got KD and James Harden. We do not need you to even touch the basketball if you're not on.
But do that limit? You know that limit what he does best? I feel like Ben Simmons in the fast break. I feel like in a fast break situation, you let Ben Simmons grab it and go.
But he don't need to be ball dominant. He don't want to be ball dominant. You saw it in the finals when he would get a rebound in the playoffs right there and come out the court, he hand the ball to Steph Curry or hand it to Danny Green and go sit in the corner.
Yeah,
If he catch it in transition and he move, ain't nobody stopping it. There's not too many people that could bang with him in transition. But set offensive pieces, they don't need him to do that. He can slash and cut to the basket, and draw some attention going to the basket, but they don't need him to be a scorer on the ball.
I love it, man. He
can play defense, and that's the one thing. That's what they really need is some defense out there.
Yo, Trigger Train do shit when Ben ass was on him.
How long do you think Ben Simmons' career will last if he don't ever take shots?
I mean, people always he was not going to keep getting paid like he is right now.
They should never paid him.
He fooled Philly, and I ain't even mad at him. If they want to offer Ben Simmons all that money, who am I to? If it was me, and I know I don't have any intention of shooting no basketball for the rest of this season in a game, and they want to offer me 150 M's, why in the hell would I turn that down?
What he does?
I agree.
Yeah, that's your stupid ass fault. Like
what he does is valuable.
I can't shoot. Y'all be at practice every day. Y'all see me there, brick after brick after brick. Why would y'all sign me to this contract and then portray to the media that I'm some knockdown shooter?
That's some knockdown shooter.
What he does is valuable. What he does is valuable. It's not like he's a borderline 20-point. I think he averaged like 18 last year a game. You get a top defensive player with 18 points a game. Is that not valuable? Are you not?
The reason why it's so devalued is because he can't even shoot free throws either. So there's a lot of guys that can't shoot, right? But they get by in this league because they make their free throws. There's a lot of guys that can do that, make their free throws. If he was getting hacked like he was and he was making 11, 12 free throws a game, nobody would have any problem with Ben Simmons. If he was collecting 12 points from the free throw line a game, easy, nobody would have a point. No one would have no problem. But you're gonna go out there and pass up layups, and they're gonna hack a menu, and you're gonna still go and miss the free throws.
Oh, I ain't never seen a grown man with so much fear in their face when they at that line between him and Giannis. Oh my gosh.
They fouled him in the playoffs, and he rolled his eyes. He was like,
yo, he looked to the bitch at Doc like, yo, man, get me fuck out of here. Yo, that shit crazy.
I don't know, bro. But you gotta, I don't know. You can't be too hard on him or you'll break him. I don't know, bro. He ain't worth 150 M's. I don't think he get paid like that again. but he'll always have a job in the league because of his defense and his size.
So what happens?
That stuff you can't teach.
What happens if he go to the next situation averaging 24? He getting steals, blocks, and playing great defense, averaging 24. He could bring that. He could bring. Let's say he bring that.
I was about to say.
Let's say
good for Ben.
Oh
good for
gosh.
Ben.
Let's say he bring his field goal. I mean, not his field goal. His free throw percentage up to 72%.
Good for Ben. That should be your goal to get better.
That's what you're getting paid to do.
That's what he's supposed to do. At his young age, he should be getting better every season, not getting worse.
But is he not a max? So you're telling me he'll never be a max player again?
No, hell no.
If he don't improve his game, you know what I'm saying? Like how we talk about Andrew Wiggins, he found his niche and he, conformed his game style. He has to conform his niche. If he's not going to shoot the ball, he needs to be a threat in the post or slash to the basket and get fouled and make free throws or hit layups. You know what I'm saying? He's got to impact the game some kind of way. You can't play 5-on-4. You can't play 4-on-5 in playoff games and expect to win championships. It's not going to work like that.
Will Ben Simmons be? Go ahead.
No, yeah. So you know what I would do? Ben just need a real motherfucker with him. I'd trade Ben ass to the Timberwolves for Cat and whoever else. Put Anthony with Ben. They in the playoffs every year. Because Anthony
they got Pat Bev there too.
You can't be no bitch with them. You can't be no bitch with them.
They got some hood rat dudes.
They got some boys.
It'd be even worse. If they sent Ben down to Miami to play with Jimmy and Bam.
You can't be no.
They already tried that. They already tried Jimmy and Ben. Didn't work out.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did.
Let me ask you: Will Ben Simmons be an All-Star again?
Yes.
He could He could with all that talent, he could trick his way in again and do it.
If Andrew Wiggins
trick me. Yeah. I mean, if that's the baseline to become an All-Star like that, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility for anybody now. That's what that showed me.
Oh, Ben Simmons can be an All-Star. Ben Simmons. So my thing is, he got all this potential. You always say potential is dangerous. You always say that, Vic. You do. But if he has all this potential, why shouldn't you give that a shot? I mean, if I'm a team, I'm not trading away my future for Ben. I'm not going to trade away at me draft picks and all that.
That's what Philly wants. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
They originally wanted to send him to the Kings. Won them, but Philly want Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, 2 first-rounders, Harrison. They want like all their young players that are like producing for him right now. You're not about to give up all that for Ben Simmons.
You know what I would do? I would trade Klay Thompson to Philly for Ben Simmons. You put Ben with Steph and Draymond. Phoenix got a problem. That's a hard team to beat, Josh. That's a hard team to beat.
You bring Klay back. They're a hard team. They're a harder team to beat. I'm not trading. Yo, you gotta respect Klay. You don't have to respect Ben. And as much as I'm bigging Ben up right now, I'm not gonna have to respect Ben nearly as much as I'm gonna have to respect Klay.
I don't think Klay gonna ever be what he was.
What does Klay do that these injuries taken from him? He don't dribble the ball.
He was lockup defense. He was lockup.
He can still be that. He's just gonna be a little slower, but he can still be a defensive player. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it just don't make sense. I'm just saying, bro. We're not bringing Ben Simmons to the Warriors. That just doesn't make any sense.
It do to me.
What about you, K-Wall? You think that makes sense?
Ben Simmons to the Warriors? Hell no. He gonna get exploited on the Warriors because all the Warriors do is shoot. That's the worst place for him to go. That's the worst place for him to go. Because the way that they move their offense, and everyone's always cutting and slashing, passing. He gonna catch at the 3-point line, and all the fans be like, "Oh shoot, man, shoot!" He could be like, "Well, damn, I do play for the Warriors. Fuck it." And all them things gonna start coming back in the back of his head. He gonna start second guessing himself. He light skinned too, so he gonna be acting all soft again. So no, and he gonna have to play Draymond. And if Draymond gonna give KD the business, you don't think he gonna hesitate to true Ben Simmons alive? Nah.
You're gonna make Steve Kerr come out his character. When he first get there, Steve Kerr gonna be patting him on the back. Hey, bud, we got you. I know Doc didn't care about you, but we got you. And then Ben Simmons gonna make that man come out his character. Ben Simmons gonna make that man come out his character.
So you're saying Ben Simmons got some kind of aura that come with him to make people just sympathize with him?
I know. I think Ben Simmons' defense and his ball handling is elite.
You know what I think it is? You know them dudes that come to the league that have like all that potential. Like, how many shots did people give Jimmer Fredette when he came to the league? How many chances did they get? No, I'm saying how many different teams signed him?
Oh, I think he was on like half the league.
Half the league, right? Because every time somebody got him, like, oh man, you can't teach what this kid got. Maybe we could be the one to fix him. I feel like that's how people look at Ben Simmons. Maybe we could be the ones to fix him.
But you've seen the Jimmer Fredette.
I don't want him to shoot.
You've seen a Jimmer Fredette before. In a way better form in JJ Redick. So
no, I'm making an analogy.
No,
the people in the league, like when you have potential, like Dwight says, potential is a dangerous thing. He is always going to keep getting chances from teams because people going to keep thinking that
what I'm saying, you really can't teach what Ben Simmons is.
No, you can't.
Ben Simmons is a 6'10" point guard. He has the vision. He has the ball handling. He can drive. He can play excellent defense. You really can't teach what Ben Simmons has. Jimmer Fredette is a dime a dozen. Like you're going to get a million Jimmer Fredettes. You're not going to get a million Ben Simmons.
I don't
like
see
the only thing. So the only people. Well, so I'm not going to say you're not going to get a million, but when you do get them players, you know what they can be. You're seeing this with Cade. You're seeing this with Lamelo. Like that's what Ben Simmons could be if he'll just get the demons out his head.
Do you think Ben could help my boy Jalen Green down in Houston?
That would be. I haven't even thought about that, but that would be a good situation for him to go to, because it's a young squad. He can kind of grow with them. That's what I was about to say. There's no expectations. Nobody expects nothing out of y'all. As soon as he put that Houston jersey on, it's just Ben Simmons. Not Ben Simmons. Can he shoot? Can he? No, it's just Ben Simmons on Houston Rockets. That's it. And he could play power forward. Christian Wood could play the 5. Jayson Tatum play the 3. Jalen Green and KPJ.
They could be what the Charlotte Hornets is. Because that's all Hornets do is run. That's all they do is run.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen them try to run a set piece offense? They usually get like a 24-second shot clock but when they in transition, I don't think I've seen anyone hit more threes in transition than they do.
Yeah.
They was just down. They was just down by 18 going into the fourth quarter and came all the way back on the Cleveland.
Yeah,
in transition. But I'll talk to you after the game. They lost by 1 point, but it is some foolishness.
Yeah.
The refs lost them that game. The refs lost them.
But I think Ben could help Jalen Green out, because that's all Jalen Green needs is a partner.
But Jalen Green is raw. Have you seen him play?
What?
He is raw. Like he got stupid athleticism off the charts. I can see why they drafted number 2, but he got a long way to go.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you take Ben Simmons, right, and you replace and you move him and Russell Westbrook, right, and you put Ben Simmons on the Lakers and take Westbrook out, are the Lakers back in championship contention?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you need to send Ben Simmons to purgatory. I think you just need to.
But you got to think about it. Philly's not going to give up Ben Simmons for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, no, of course not. But I'm just saying.
But theoretically speaking, yeah, I get you. But the teams that you're going to have to send them to purgatory if you want, like, young pieces, because the teams that have good young players aren't usually playoff teams.
Yeah,
if you're a contending team, I'll be willing to give up I think we talked about this earlier. You said a Jaylen Brown for a Ben Simmons. I'm not gonna give Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons straight up, but I think Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons, and I'll take a Thibault. Right?
They said they're not doing that. They said that there's no package that they will add Ben Simmons. They told Washington that they'll do Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal straight up, and even take some bad money like a contract or something like that. But they're not gonna add. They said they're not gonna add Thibault in, and they're not gonna add Maxey. There's no package anyone can put together that they'll add those two in. It's Ben Simmons naked for whoever you got.
So Jaylen Brown. Let's say Jaylen Brown and Ben Simmons. Let's make that trade happen. The Celtics get a bit better because
you have to have the team to maximize Ben, though. You have to have the players to maximize Ben. Like, for real, I'm going to be real. if Ben Simmons was playing right now for Philly probably be the best team in the East.
Facts.
Easy.
Like, they ain't nothing to talk about. Philly probably be the best team in the East.
Like the thing is, like with Ben Simmons, what he could be is it's crazy. He could be a Lamelo or a K Cunningham, or he could be the totally opposite in the Giannis. That is what Ben Simmons could be.
Like you said, could be.
Could.
Does Ben Simmons want to be that? I don't think so. I think Ben Simmons want to get paid and hang out.
Is he still practicing?
No, I think he do his own personal thing.
So he's not even in the building.
He's on some he on a sabbatical.
A sabbatical.
Yeah, so all they do is they send him an invoice every Wednesday or something like that of the money that's been deducted from his check, and he sign off on it.
How much is he getting fined?
He's up to like $19 million. He's lost this year.
$19 million.
Yeah,
I would have
been. After that first million, I'd be like, all right, this is stupid. I'm coming back.
This too stupid. I'm
This is stupid.
It's stupid.
I'd be like, fuck. I thought they would have broke by now. I'm coming. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Yeah,
he did come back. He did come back, and then he was there being a dickhead or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And they had to tell him to leave because he's being detrimental to the team.
But if I'm Ben Simmons, I'll come back every game and foul out.
Who he need to talk to? He need to talk to Russell Westbrook. He need to talk to Russell Westbrook. Russell be like, look, I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't care what Skip say, Shannon say, Stephen A. Take your just shoot the ball. Who gives a fuck? Jack.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Mathematically, you are bound to at least hit one. If you shoot 23s one game, you bound to hit one on accident. Man. If I was Ben Simmons, as big as Ben Simmons, I'll be putting my head down going straight to rack every time. Y'all gonna have to foul me if you want to.
Because he hustles on D, he bangs boards. Who cares if he takes bad shots? Who cares?
Yo, he got. I think Giannis is the best example of that because Giannis would sit here and shoot a three, airball it, come back down, shoot another three. I love it.
Oh my god,
I love it.
He just data dumps it. He just
okay. I love it. All right, let's get to the wrapping up of this show. I got a couple more questions. What chance do y'all give it of being a repeat of last year's finals, the Bucks versus the Suns?
Out of 100%?
Yeah.
70.
70%?
I think everybody's healthy, no fatal injuries. 70. Because I think what Phoenix did last year, and they got my boy Cam doing their thing. You know how Cam doing this thing for Phoenix, coming off the bench, hitting them,
And nobody care about Cam.
I just feel like Phoenix learned what to do. They learned what to do, and if they see, that's the only team that's beating them in the East is the Bucks. Anybody else, Chris gonna get a chip. I don't care what happens in the NBA after.
That's what I'm saying. The Bucks match up perfectly with Phoenix because you could put Drew on Chris. Giannis is a matchup nightmare for Ayton, and they surround them all by shooters. So it's like they match up well. That's a good finals again. But like he said, Heat are healthy now. Philly's healthy. We have yet to see what they're gonna do with this Ben Simmons trade. If they're gonna bring reinforcements. There's a couple teams that are gonna be tough outs. Like Atlanta, if they get in, they'll be a tough out. I don't think they win. I don't think they go as far as they did last year, but they're gonna be a tough out. Boston will be a tough out just on the weight of their personnel they have. Cleveland might make some noise, maybe. That has yet to be seen. I don't know. Charlotte will be a tough out. They might even sneak somebody if they get that 8th spot. Same with Phoenix. I mean, Memphis is going to be a tough out. The Warriors will be a tough out. Luka and them will be a tough out. The Clippers, if Kawhi and PG come back, with the Clippers hanging around, I think they're in 6th place right now in the East.
Yeah.
If the Nuggets get Jamal Murray and Porter Jr. back, I mean, it's not like a cakewalk to it. And the Lakers is like the Spurs of back in the day. All they got to do is get in the playoffs, and it's reset because it don't matter. Once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
It's going to be a cakewalk with Phoenix. I ain't say it's going to be a cakewalk. Did you watch that Nets Phoenix game the other night?
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for us to come out the West, it's not going to be a cakewalk. There's going to be some series that's going to be tough. Like if we had to play, if we had to play the Warriors, it's probably going 6-7 games.
You really think so?
I think so for sure. I don't think
Steph gets up for Chris. Steph gets up for Chris.
That's a game Draymond will get up for.
Yeah, they do get up. It just looks, when Chris Paul's on the bench in his whole little warm-up suit chilling, the Nets went on a run. Kyrie was playing his heart out. Steph took the sweats off. Chris took the sweats off, came back in. They beat him by what? 15? Y'all beat him by like 15.
Yeah.
Definitely. So are them two teams, are the Bucks and the Suns?
What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Are the Bucks and the Suns who got the best chance of getting back? Which team do you think got the best chance of getting back?
I think it's our year this year. I think it's our year this year.
I really do think it's
I think the Bucks, that was their window. I think that was their window. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go back to the finals.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if their core outlived them going to the finals ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Because once Chris Middleton plateaus or goes down, Giannis is done unless they trade for get somebody in there.
Yeah, and Drew Holiday ain't that young either. You know what I'm saying? So like, that physical play style can only go for so long until your body start breaking down. So once the injuries start racking up, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, Chris Middleton apexes, and they're struggling now because they ain't got Brook Lopez out there. They don't got a big man.
Yeah.
Jackson Giannis to play center, and he getting taking a lot of hits. So the Suns' timeline is better. Outside of whenever Chris decides to hang it up, we kind of like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We ain't got no glaring holes.
Ooh, man, the Suns got a great bench.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't got no glaring holes. But if Chris was ever to just hang it up, that changes everything for us.
Because Cam and Payne could start on other teams.
Yeah.
Cam Payne can start on other teams, but he's not the starting point guard for the Suns. What Chris Paul does for us, Cam Payne can't replicate that.
No, he can't do. But I'm saying Payne and Cam Johnson, they can start on other teams.
Yeah, most definitely. Because Cam can play defense too.
Yeah.
And Cam Payne is like lightning in a bottle.
Definitely. All right. So I'm gonna ask you, Vic, one last question just to wrap it up before we go. We're gonna move to the football side. You're a Vikings fan, as we know. How you feel about the Jim Harbaugh thing?
How much time I got?
Go ahead, man. Just go ahead. It don't matter.
Hey, man, this is a podcast for the people. You take as much time as you want.
Podcast for the people.
Man.
So this is my thing. I was telling my wife this. Let's say we all go back to the fleet, right? And Top's coming as the top snipe. We know he's great. He do his thing. Cool. But the next ship he comes to, he just ass. He don't give a fuck. He's fat. He smokes cigars all day. He just ass. He's
fat though.
And the Chang's like, wait, y'all told me he was great. He was great at that point, but now he's ass. If we would have hired Jim Harbaugh and we didn't win a game, nobody would have knocked us for that because we hired him off his track record. But you hoping to God that Kevin O'Connell got sprinkled nut juice from Sean McVay, that he's going to be Matt LaFleur was ass with the Tennessee Titans, and Matt LaFleur was ass. He's going to be ass without Aaron Rodgers. Zach Taylor was ass before Joe Burrow came in the building. So this Sean McVay has a coaching tree at 35. At 35 years old.
I was listening to a podcast talking about like his coaching tree is like crazy. At 35 years old.
Head coach. Sean McVay is special. I'm not taking that away from Sean McVay. But you're people keep saying, oh, well, Kevin O'Connell didn't call plays. Well, Andy Reid didn't call plays. You're comparing Kevin O'Connell, one of the best coaches we've ever seen coach, and Andy Reid. I think the Vikings dropped the ball. I think they're scared. They don't want to win. They're hot ass. I don't know why I got this hoodie on.
Who would you have rather had them hire?
Yeah.
Who would you have rather had them hire?
Jim Harbaugh.
Really?
The Niners had an 8-year losing streak. Okay? 8 years.
But don't you think the same tendencies that he's acquired while coaching college football, do you think that would translate to the NFL? Because it's different. In college football, those kids are playing for him. As where in the NFL he serves the players,
but he's already been proven in the NFL. It's not like we got a guy. It's not like we got a Matt Rule, and like
Kingsbury or Urban Meyer.
Yeah, it's not like we got this guy coming in. We have a guy that's proven in the NFL already.
Yeah, man. Like the Vikings so stupid.
So what was the deciding factor why he didn't get the job? That's why I can't find nowhere really. Maybe,
I think because what I've been reading is they feel like Harbaugh would have been unpredictable. and the max would be 3-4 year run, and he would have burnt out. But if we went to the playoffs 4 straight years and we make one Super Bowl appearance, I'll take that as a fan. I'll take it.
What y'all doing with Kirk? What y'all gonna do with Kirk?
With a new GM and new coach, both under 40 and 37, I don't know. I get why they did the Kevin O'Connell shit card. I do.
Is it Kellen Mond season?
Huh?
Is it Kellen Mond season?
Man, you better get the hell out of them. I get why they did it because Zimmer didn't have a relationship with Kirk. I used to hate it. Kirk get off the field, look at his iPad doing like this. Zimmer don't give a fuck about the boy. Don't give a damn about the man.
You said that. You were like, yo, watch this. And like after the offensive call off the field, he walked right past Zimmer and I say a word to him. They throw a touchdown right there. They don't even acknowledge each other.
Yeah, like I hated that. But at the same time, we got a new GM and a new head coach. So both of them we looking at each other in the draft room like, I don't know what to do. Do you know what to do? I don't know. They're like, it's stupid.
Kirk is a necessary evil because you'd rather just like the whole thing. People say it's cheaper to keep her when referring to their wife because if you cut him, the amount of dead money you would owe him and him playing somewhere else, it doesn't make any sense. You might as well just pay him and have him play for y'all. Because when he's on, the offense is humming. And the thing is, y'all have probably the worst luck of any team in the league because they said this stat came out that every single game this season that y'all were involved in was decided by 7 points or less, which means a coin flip and y'all could have been a 13-3 team.
Yes. Yeah.
So y'all ain't trash. The talent is there.
Talent's there.
Y'all didn't get rolled by anybody all season because it shows every single game this year, which has never been done in NFL history, was decided by 7 points or less.
Definitely.
All you got to do is score 7 points more every game next year.
You have to keep Kirk. You can't take a chance on a rookie, or if you do, he has to back up Kirk. Because if we ass next year, like hot ass, Justin Jefferson's not staying past his rookie deal. He's not staying.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, your team is ready to win right now. You know what I'm saying? If you bring in a rookie,
got Harbaugh.
That's what I'm saying. If you bring in a rookie and throw the season, y'all gonna panic and start tearing it down. Danielle Hunter will be gone. Harrison Smith will be gone. All them aging vets that are getting paid all the money, they're gonna tear it down and try and buy their way back to where they was. You know, so you just gotta roll with Kirk, Captain Kirk, man.
I'm fine with Captain Kirk, but I don't understand why we hired Kevin O'Connell just because he's white with a nice smile. I don't understand that. Like,
yeah, definitely. Hey Vic, we're gonna definitely have to get you back on here for one of our football talks. You know, my boy.
Get you back on
I
here
appreciate
before,
you joining us
Bowl,
tonight.
Sure.
Easy.
You know, it's been a good time. Yo, everybody, make sure to go check out Soup Talk. You know,
Soup Talk.
This is soon to be the #1 battle rap podcast out. You know, we're gonna put that in the air because that's what's gonna happen. Most definitely.
Appreciate it.
You know, I want to thank all the subscribers. You know, everybody who's been showing us support. And this is Stay Inbounds. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and definitely YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate both of y'all. This is Corey P from Stay Inbounds signing off for K-Wall and Vic. Hey, everybody have a good night.
We out.
Peace.